What's up YouTube, Russ here, welcome to the Trail Hunter. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Canon EOS 700D DSLR camera. For those of you who are new to my channel, I believe that the best way to explore the world is on foot. I'm offering you hiking video guides, gear lists, gear reviews, hiking tips, travel tips and much more. So if all of this cool stuff is something that you're into, then consider hitting that subscribe button below, hit that bell icon so you don't miss a video, and head over to thetrailhunter.com to hike somewhere different today. Now before we start, I just need to let you know that Canon did not pay me to make this video, they did not sponsor me to make this video. I bought this camera for myself, by myself, when I went traveling around Southeast Asia back in 2016. I always review products, whether it be a camera, whether it be a drone, whether it be a backpack, in terms of a hiker and what a hiker would use this for, and if you want to make really cool hiking adventure videos yourself. So without further ado, let's get into the review. Back in 2016, I decided to quit my job, pack my bags, get a one-way ticket to Southeast Asia for 6 months. I knew I'd be taking tons of photos with the intention of maybe starting a vlog or a website, so I needed a camera that would be able to cater to a vlogger or photographer's needs. I'm also really into my low light photography, taking long exposures of the night sky, as well as low light photography in cities, in towns and elsewhere that takes my fancy. So if you're just starting a vlog or you're a beginner photographer looking to start out with your first DSLR with video capability, and this is the first DSLR you've ever got your hands on, then I highly recommend this camera. I've had this camera for about 3 years now and I've taken it all the way around the world. It's scaled mountains with me, volcanoes, I've taken it in the cold, in the wet, in the humid, in the really dry heat, in the really damp and humid weather in Southeast Asia, and I seriously have never had a fault with this camera. It's been shoved in my bag and lugged around with me on planes and put in the overhead and put in through the conveyor belts when you're going to pick up your luggage, and it hasn't ever broken at all. The fact that I haven't had any issues with this camera even after putting it through all of that tells me this is a seriously rugged machine. The things I've used this camera for are taking raw shots so I can come into post and edit the videos and take some really nice snaps that way. I've really enjoyed using this camera for nighttime photography and taking some long exposure of the night sky. I've got a really nice shot of the Milky Way above Mount Rinjani in Lombok, and this camera really produced some very nice images of the night sky. Recently though, the main use for this camera that I've had is for shooting my hiking videos and for my vlog on my YouTube channel. Up until recently though, I've mainly been using this camera for shooting my videos on my YouTube channel, for shooting my hikes and for gear reviews just like this one. I am actually shooting this gear review on my brand new Sony RX100, which is on a tripod right now. I'll show you the reasons why I've switched the cameras in just a second. Okay, so that's the things that I've used this camera for. Now before we get into the nitty-gritties of what I liked and disliked about this camera, let's get into the specs. The Canon EOS 700D DSLR camera weighs in at 1.3 pounds and is about the size of a bag of sugar. It shoots JPEG and RAW image files at the rate of 5 frames a second. It has an 18 megapixel 22.3 by 14.9 CMOS sensor. It comes with an 18 to 55mm kit lens as standard. The filter size is 58mm. It has an aperture of f3.5 to 38 for a really good all-round shoot, and it has 9 focus points in the viewfinder. Now we've talked about some of the specs, let's go over some of the features. One of the best features about the Canon EOS 700D DSLR camera is that it comes with a really cool flip-out screen, which is perfect for doing vlogs. It has a hot shoe on the top for fitting a flash or a microphone too. It also comes with a built-in flash. It takes standard SD cards for storage. It has a mini HDMI and an AV output here. It has an image stabilizer setting and auto manual focus switch on the side of the kit lens. It also comes with a ton of pre-built-in software and features so that you can have a really good play around with these and check out which scenery that you're in and see if it can actually come up with a really nice photograph for you. So a lot of this stuff on this camera can be done automatically, and it also has your standard manual setting as well, so you can change the aperture, you can change the shutter speed and everything like that. Another really cool feature about this camera is it also has a really high quality video mode, shooting 1080p video at 25 frames a second or 720p video at 50 frames a second. So you can take professional photography and production grade video all with the same camera, which is freaking amazing. The night photography on this camera that I've been able to take has been absolutely insane. Here's a couple of pictures that I took in Southeast Asia of the Milky Way. I absolutely love taking photos of the night sky. I can even put this up to a telescope and get a really good shot of the moon. I think I took a couple of really good shots on this camera. So on my travels, I was actually able to take a really full range of shots at any time of the day. I love that this camera comes with a microphone input and hot shoe, because then you can fit a external microphone or an external flash to it. Being able to fit an external microphone with a windshield is absolutely essential for cameras like this. The built-in microphones on these DSLR cameras are absolutely naff. So if you're going to get one of these and you're going to use it for vlogging and taking videos where you need a lot of good high quality sound, then I recommend getting a Rode Video Mic Go or a Rode Video Micro to fit on the top of this camera, and then you can stick it into the microphone input, which is on the side. Now then, let's talk about battery life. The battery life on the Canon EOS 700D is actually really fantastic. It takes one pretty big battery here, which is about that big. I've actually got two. I think one actually would do me for a good day of shooting if I was doing mainly photography with a little bit of video, but I'd always have a spare battery on hand if I was doing a complete day of shooting with only video. My absolute favourite thing about this DSLR is that it comes with a really cool flip out touchscreen, just like this one that flips 180 degrees. It's absolutely perfect for taking handheld vlogs. So if you've got like a gorilla pod and you've got your camera on with your microphone and you're doing a really good vlog, you can actually flip it out and get the frame exactly how you want it. The fact that it's also a touchscreen display is really cool, because you can choose whether you use the dials and the buttons on the actual camera versus the touchscreen to fiddle around with your settings and get the camera settings how you want that way, or you can even flip through your gallery. It's like having a little mini phone stuck to your camera. It's really cool. Okay, so now that I've talked about some of the things that I liked about this camera, let's go over some of the things I didn't like so much. Okay, first of all, let's start with the weight. At 1.3 pounds, this is quite a heavy and bulky camera. It's on the lighter side of DSLR cameras, and it's not the largest either, but even still, it's still quite on the heavy side for long-term travel. The size isn't that convenient either, and it's quite a technical looking piece of kit, so whipping this out in front of crowds or in busy places in a developing country can be a little bit risky, and you'll stick out like a sore thumb. So I'd definitely recommend taking a compact mirrorless camera with you instead if you're going on long-term travel, as they're much lighter, much smaller and much less conspicuous. It's just a shame that there isn't a compact mirrorless camera out there at the same price range that has all of these features that a DSLR has. If you really want to take one of these traveling, go for it. It's really cool. I did, and I took some really fantastic pictures all round in any light or situation. So yeah, if you're willing to sacrifice the weight and the size for outstanding night photography, then be my guest and get one of these. The second thing I really don't like about this camera is the built-in microphone. The sound is absolutely disgraceful. It's really tinny. If it's windy or the slightest breeze goes over the microphone, I think the microphones are on the top here, so the slightest breeze going over the mics is just gonna cause a real big amount of wind resistance. So because of the really poor sound recording, I highly recommend getting an external microphone, sticking it on the top with a windshield, and then you get some really high quality sound to go with your high quality video. Finally, my most important pet peeve about the Canon EOS 700D is the autofocus. The autofocus on this camera is really quite difficult to control when using it as a vlogging camera and as a handheld when you're, say, taking a vlog with it in your hand like this, pointing directly back at you. Which is really annoying when you're trying to get that perfect shot and that perfect vlog, and then you take it into post and everything is out of focus. I have found, however, that keeping the subject super steady or putting this on a tripod and then recording like that, the autofocus is very good at picking up things that are close to it, so long as they're not moving too fast. So for vlogging on the go, I highly recommend getting a camera such as the Sony RX100 that I'm filming this review on right now. It's just a far more compact camera and has really good image stabilization and a fantastic autofocus. If I haven't done a review on it already, then I will be doing that soon, so stay tuned on this channel and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Overall, this is an incredible camera for anyone who's new to photography, vlogging or filmmaking. It's packed with features and I absolutely love the flip out touchscreen for setup and selfies. It takes an incredible picture and very high quality video and is the perfect camera for any YouTuber. I wouldn't, however, recommend taking this camera on a long distance hike or long-term solo travel. It's just too big and too bulky, and to be honest, I think you can get some fantastic pictures at a really high quality with a compact which is much lighter and much more discreet. It's just a bit of a brick to carry around all the time, if I'm honest. If you want fantastic videos and pictures in a compact, lightweight camera, then stay tuned, if it's not on my YouTube channel already, for my Sony RX100 Mark V mirrorless camera review. so stay tuned for that. Okay guys, I think this is the end of the review. If any of you actually own the Canon EOS 700D digital SLR, then feel free and welcome to write your comments below and let everyone watching this video know what you thought of it. Okay guys, thanks for watching this review. If you found this at all useful, then hit that thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button below if you haven't already, and also hit that bell button to never miss an upload. For more details on this camera and for the absolute full review, then head over to thetrailhunter.com. I'll put a link in the description below to the exact page on my website where you can find this camera, and also a link to where you can buy it as well at a really good price. Okay guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys soon.